This tutorial, I'm going to show you how to complete embroidering of a Christmas reindeer using this template, which you will have received in your DIY embroidery kit from Elora by Lenore. I've chosen the girl reindeer, however the stitching principles for the boy reindeer are almost identical, so you can use this tutorial even if you chose the boy reindeer. Start by peeling off the back layer, then you're going to stick your design down wherever you would like it to be. Press down firmly to make sure that it's nice and secure. Using your sharp needle, you're going to thread your chosen colour. In your kit, you will have received a needle threader, which you can use, or you can simply thread your yarn straight through your large eye, like this. For stick and stitch, make sure you always use a sharp needle. If you try to use a blunt needle, you'll probably struggle to get it through. It is still possible, however, it's just a lot harder. So always work with a sharp needle if possible. For the mouth, we're going to do stem stitch. If you need to brush up on your embroidery skills or any specific stitches, please watch the Yarn Stitch Sampler series, and there's various videos there which will step you through every single stitch that you need to know to complete your projects. They are very slow and guided tutorials, so don't hesitate to watch those if you get stuck. Move straight onto the nose, and I'm going to start by outlining the nose with a simple back stitch. Once that back stitch is completed, I'm going to fill up the entire nose with a satin stitch. Feel free to cover this white spot because I'm going to show you how to do that later on. Once you've finished your nose, the same principle applies for the eyes, except this time I'm going to outline using a stem stitch. I just find that these give a better border for smaller circles like eyes, but still fill the center up with a satin stitch. To tie off the back, pull your needle through those stitches 2 or 3 times, through one of the loops to knot, and then you're going to stitch it back through those stitches a couple more times. For the ears, I've chosen this colour, but you may have chosen another colour. Any colour works just fine. But we're going to outline the ears using a stem stitch again. Once you've finished your stem stitch, we're going to outline the face using a chain stitch. Again, if you get stuck with any of these stitches or the terminology, please go back to the Yarn Stitch Sampler series, where all of the tutorials are really clear, step-by-step instructions on how to complete every single one of these stitches. I'm going to finish off the face using my last chain stitch anchored down, and then I'm going to finish off this ear using a stem stitch again, but I'll have to start just slightly off to the side because of this bow. If you're doing the boy, this bow is at the bottom of the face, so you'll have to break your chain stitch at the bottom to make sure that it allows for the bow. To tie off this yarn, I'm going to do some whipped back stitches. For the antlers, I've chosen a darker brown colour, and we're going to do a stem stitch to follow the exact outline of these antlers. The corners can get a little bit tricky with stem stitch, so just watch closely how I've done the corners here. You just have to keep your stitches really close together and follow the exact line that's printed. For the bow, I've chosen red, and I'm going to outline doing stem stitch again. Then to fill up, use satin stitch. You may have to overlap some of your stitches, but that's perfectly okay because it gives the bow a nice 3D effect. For the center of the bow, follow the lines and do 3 or 4 straight stitches. To do the whites of your eyes and the nose, just do 2 small straight stitches like so. And there's your reindeer done. Now you just need to wash away that sticky stabilizer. You can use the written instructions found in your DIY kit, or I have another video showing exactly how to do this step by step. I also suggest completing a vinegar rinse to prevent any color bleeding. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to Elora by Lenore's YouTube channel for more videos like this.